11 and Sophia both have to go huge, and then Boca as well, probably the third player that has to step up. FURIA, the reigning champions. I'm just hoping that what we see today is them actually just exhibit why they are those reigning champions.
All right, folks, well, let's kick it off. It's week number 2, day number 1 of the week, and we kick off with an absolute banger of a map. Map 1, Nuke, FURIA versus Atrix. Atrix, of course, going to be kicking it off on the T side here because, well, FURIA would be silly not to start off on the CT side. And, of course, it looks like it's going to be one of these lobby push scenarios as teams are wont to do on a pistol round. Waiting for just the right opportunity here. Utility starts to come through, and we will hit the accelerator. But oh my goodness, FURIA ready and waiting. It's a push towards Vents, and a couple of players have actually already slipped through. Lulitense gets traded out, but Car's able to get one back as well. They've made their way down on towards the bomb site already. Smoke down to allow that bomb to be planted, but Gabs is already in position. They're not going to be able to stop the plant from coming through, but maybe they'll be able to turn this round back into their favor. They do have that numbers advantage, and they're trying to slowly draw these players away, but Atrix not to be deterred. They will play together, play off one another. Everybody has a buddy. Hold hands, stick together, don't get caught on the sides, and this should be, yes, a first round going in favor of Atrix.
Hey, that's a pretty nifty start for Atrix, and to be honest, I can imagine that when we look at these matchups, if you think back to FURIA against Capybaras last week, FURIA lost only 6 rounds, and Isa went 48-14 with a 2.30 HLTV rating and 135 ADR. Sure, I think Atrix are definitely a lot better than Capybaras, but that's the level that FURIA are playing at. So coming into matches like this, pistol rounds and getting good momentum is kind of the name of the game for an Atrix.
FURIA making the right decision here to just kind of chill a little bit. Chances are they're not going to get too much done. Oh man, the bait was so good there. They couldn't help themselves. They wanted to chase that down. And unfortunately, Isa will fall for her folly. Actually gave Atrix another big advantage into this round. So this should be a second for them. They're going to be feeling really happy with that, barring any like really crazy things that happen down towards the site here. The big question mark, of course, is going to be into the next round, which will be FURIA's buy. And they'll have a lot to say for themselves, or at least presumably so. The question for me is how cleanly Atrix walk away from this. If they can keep all 5 alive, I think that they're still going to be in a fantastic position into the next.
Yeah, they're dotting their I's, crossing their T's. The thing with FURIA is that they have just so much firepower kind of all throughout the squad. Like, you can pick and choose a number of different tournaments, and it will be a different player at the top of the scoreboard each time. Like, FURIA always have a very consistent level, and that's always the very difficult thing when playing against a team like Atrix, is that, yeah, there is just that consistency for FURIA. It's almost similar to an Imperial Valkyries, and the reason why they were so difficult to deal with is because, yeah, it's like throughout their 7 LAN wins, it's like, okay, Arno was the highlight, but I think 3 other players got MVPs, and is like, that's similar enough with FURIA. Bazina currently is the one that's in most form, and especially at the LAN finals, was the most influential. So keeping a sharp eye on her, as she is our Kadir player to watch. First gun round, and Atrix outside the smokes, but they're putting a lot of pressure towards ramp.
Gabs is, of course, going to be the one in a bit of danger here. Oh, caught with util out. Perfect timing, but 11 will trade it back. Nice little Molotov there to deter any pushback. And, oh, that's actually massive. Free upgrade from the Mac 10 as well. It's going to give them a lot to work with. Now, the bomb site down below has 2 players strong. Waiting for this push to come through. Part of me wondered if Carl would maybe go for something a little bit lighter just to try and get the AWP out early, but I think when you're coming up against a full bonus, you don't want to give away any advantages unnecessarily. Oh, Bazina. She's our player to watch, and we are watching, and she will deliver. That's the bomb dropped, fully in her control. And the last two Atrix players now have to try and recover it. The smoke to slow down their progress even further. And with 45 seconds left, it's going to be a big ask for them. Xena actually relocating here, and I don't hate this. I think that an opportunity for her to be able to slip away if necessary is massive. It doesn't really matter if they regain control of the bomb, as long as she can live a little bit longer to keep things contestable. The Molotov forcing them to walk through it, and she gets the second onto Sophia. A 4K for Bazina. She delivers.
God, she's making us look good. Thank you, Bazina. Yeah, she literally just shows us exactly why she was Arcadia play to watch. Even though that is magnificent from her, Atrix, you got to definitely raise some kind of question marks. That whole round, like even Gabs getting her one on Reggie-Ann, they never heard Gabs drop, and they play like she had. And then when they freeze in that 4 versus 4, it's like, of all places to freeze, down a ramp and also not holding one of the exits. So a pretty rough first gun round for Atrix. And for Bazina, it's a good 4K, but you know, you got to sit back and think that was a little bit too easy.
Bazina, genuinely just that good. Tech 9's now for Atrix. Aw, I was really hoping for the Tech 9 rush to make something happen, but it's always difficult when you're trying to split your forces like that. Now Sophia's the last one left with bomb on back, and, well, in a complete swing from what we saw 2 rounds back, this time it's going to be a very clean sweep for FURIA, barring any crazy things from Sophia, although I think the moment she walks through this door, yeah, it's over. And there you have it, folks, 2-2.
Wasn't a full investment though for Atrix. Even though that they'd lost the first gun round, they didn't actually really buy that much into this. So the set play and the gimmick goes very awry. However, that isn't too detrimental as they're right back onto full AKs, and this is the round that's going to have the most importance.
Just a quick update. It does look like the capybaras are getting killed by the killers. We will have more updates for you as that goes on, but last check-in, it was 10-6 in favor of the killers. It looks like it's going to be a potentially another rough
DE_pression.
Unfortunate. Freddy's a big capybara fan. I always have to remember it's actually the animal is a B and not a V.
Well, it is V in Portuguese.
Yes, but I am English. Well,
really?
I speak English. I'm not actually.
Tangibly.
Tangentially. Ooh. Not a tangential kill. Gabs.
That's
beautiful control
really
on the outside.
Nice kill.
Yeah, the second one was even nastier. But a lot of that, I mean, you know, the smoke's clear. You have line of sight, and it's just kind of a little bit of cleanup. A little bit of damage done for Atrix, but realistically, it doesn't really mean all that much after a 5-person survival in the previous round. One more would be good, one more will be garnered. But unfortunately, that may be all she wrote. No bomb control here, and we're steadily approaching the 30-second mark for the remainder of the round. Not too many avenues available to her, so likely just going to try and hold on to the gun.
It's an interesting pick, actually, when I really look at this for Atrix. Because it's not like they've played much Nuke ever this year. So they played it actually against players in CCT South America series, whatever, Majub. And they actually won Nuke. They lost the series, but they won Nuke. They were playing with their coach, Sagala. Bokor wasn't playing. I remember actually casting that with Brandon. But outside of that, with their full 5, they've only played it once against MIBR against MIBR last season of ESL Impact. They lost 13-10, but MIBR, like, their best map is Nuke, so that's actually not that bad a result. But yeah, it's an interesting decision for Atrix to go on a map where they don't really have the official reps on it whatsoever, and it's worrying because it is showing. Sure, like, you know, Gabs and Bazina are hitting some really nice shots right now, but the 4 rounds that FURIA have won, especially those 2 gun rounds, I've looked at it and been like, ooh, Atrix don't that seems to be more of an Atrix issue than a FURIA well done.
Yeah. I'm definitely feeling that as well. Atrix, it feels like they're kind of struggling to find ground. We talk a lot about when utility gets used, and that's great, but there needs to be that follow-up, and it needs to happen in a timeless manner. I mean, it's kind of meaningless if you throw out smokes and then you wait till they dissipate and you haven't actually gathered any ground, right? And that's just kind of one example. So hopefully we see them kind of tighten that up a little bit more. Now we're going again for what looks to be a potentially aggressive push, but some nice counter util really does slow that down, gives FURIA an opportunity to get into position, but a nice little flash there is going to allow Sophia to get the first. Luli10s will be able to trade it back. She's now alone on the site, but no teammate there to back her up. A team kill comes through. That's a bit rough, 11, and that's going to leave FURIA in a much better position, but Little Z... Oh, she's been a little inconsistent over the last few months, it must be said. But when she does activate, she can be exceptional. But now she's dangerously low on health, doesn't have control of the bomb, and is going for a little bit of a round-the-world tour. And she's got the time to do it. And we've seen some incredible things happen when players go for these long adjustments. So let's see. She's in position now. No one's looking for her. No one's looking for her. Oh my god! What a clutch from Little Z. They had no idea. They weren't even thinking about it.
I love it. And you know what makes me love it even more is just the pure reaction. Like how excited, how happy she is after that type of clutch, because she knows what the level is. That's against the best team in the world, right? You've just pulled off such a nice clutch, and even though there is a team kill in the mix, Little Z on 19 HP. That's perfect. She completely outplays FURIA, catches them off guard. It's a really good round from Atrix. It's amazing from Little Z, but that's their way in. Can they repeat a similar action in a gun round and be able to do it with, and yeah, so put a round on the board without needing a clutch? That's the answer. Little Z's given them the way in. Are they able to actually run with it?
Okay, we don't have time to talk about this, but I'm going to mention it. This just in. Capybaras have gone up to 11. It's now 11-11. So there is the world.
Capybaras.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated.
Because they went like 0 and... How many teams are there? There's 8, right? They went 0 and 14 on maps last time. So, you know, a map win is a win for the Capybaras.
Baby steps. Every little bit matters. All right, now Atrix have already taken some pretty solid control over towards the ramp side, forced the FURIA players back, most notably have forced Car back, and Sophia has gotten a very impactful kill now onto Izza, but Luli10's up close and personal. She has been owning this A-bomb site, and that has not changed. Finally, Lil Z will put her down, brings it to a 3 versus 3, but now Bazina, we called our player to watch. She continues to be just that, all eyes on her as the bomb now has been planted. Flash up and towards heaven to deter a peek, but there's no one up there. I like the positioning from 11. She's kind of tucked in, and she can see if anybody comes through, but there is a bit of a flank. She's aware of it. She'll catch the flanker, brings it to 2 versus 2, but now her position is known, so she has to play this very carefully, slipping through the smoke. Oh, dear Lord. She may just get in behind them, and once again, are they looking for it? Are they aware that she could be there? She's waited too long.
No.
She's allowed her teammate to go down. She slipped down the vent by accident. My God. And Bazina catches her in the final moments. That is so unfortunate.
That is maybe one of the most unlucky plays ever for 11, because they knew she was there. That was the issue for her, of having to play with the bomb not really planted for her in a position where they completely knew where she was. And yeah, that's the issue I was talking about. Okay, Little Z gets them a clutch. She gives them a look in, but they're not able to convert upon that chance. Even though there are these opening kills. Sophia, who was our Kadir player to watch once or twice last season for Atrix, you know, this young budding new talent that impresses a lot, gets the opener, and even though Atrix keep on kind of making this contestable, it all falls apart, and it's easy to hone in on that, like, oh, 11 fell down the vent, and that's why the round lost. It's like, overall, the round was always on the back foot for Atrix, even though they had that the 5 versus 4 very early on. So even with the bomb down, money isn't the best, and they're going to lightly invest into just a few Tech 9s, preserving for round 10 and to get Little Z on the AWP, it seems.
Be good to see her on that. Mentioned, you know, sometimes inconsistency can plague her a little bit, but she gets that in hand. Maybe we'll have a few more opportunities. And realistically, if Atrix can get one more round here, 2 would be great, but one more would still stand them in pretty decent stead for the next half. Oh, Bazina. Oh, this is just bullying at this point. Sophia's like, nope. No.
She's having quite a good game, isn't she?
Ever so slightly. What was she on? 12 and 4 at the moment? Pfft.
Yeah, I mean...
Honestly, average.
Yeah, well, because it's like... Oh, she's going for the ace. Should get the ace. And that's going to be a dunk. Wait, the nade hit Sophia?
Yes.
As in, like,
What?
Sophia didn't die to
bounced
the
off of her?
explosion. She died to the nade hitting her.
Outstanding.
Now that's called style. And you can't teach class, but Zina's got it. Obviously, the ace is kind of going to inflate her stats against the eco. But if you even take away that, she still has 8 very impactful frags in 2 instances where she's basically won the round herself. So yeah, she's having a really good performance and a ESL Impact Finals MVP worthy level of performance.
I'll also say, you know, one of the players that you said probably needed to step up here for Atrix was Bokor, and she's been struggling a little bit here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been rough going.
When you're playing against FURIA, it doesn't even matter what kind of role you play in the team. No one can be 0 and 7. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everyone has to carry their weight one way or another.
Unfortunately, if you're not firing on all cylinders, then you're just stalling out. Ooh, Gabs makes the right call there to just back off. Could be holding down below on site. Reinforcements are on the way, but will they get there in time? Car, the long range. Oh my god! That is unreasonable. Car very seldom loses those. So that is a huge opener now for Atrix. Gabs up close and personal, only going to be good for 1 before she's inevitably traded out. Little Z, the AWP has activated. And only 2 players remain now. Oh, and they've gotten in behind them as well. But unfortunately, 11 loses her life. That's okay. Little Z is still in it to win it. Bazina now has to 1 versus 3. And we've seen her do some phenomenal things. And she's going to try to isolate these fights. But unfortunately, too much pressure. I said Atrix needed probably just 1 more, and they have secured it.
And it's a very convincing round as well. It isn't someone getting a 1 versus 2 clutch. It's just a really good default with Sophia, the 19-year-old talent, I'm still going to call it that, getting just this great opener on Car, and then the rest of her team activating off that. They crunch towards ramp, and everyone does their job, even though Bazina was left in the clutch. And I'll be honest, I was a little bit scared because, well, it's Bazina. Just, you know, talking point done. But because Atrix won the pistol round, this T-side is now looking very competitive. And it's actually caused FURIA to pull out their 2nd tactical timeout, if I'm not mistaken. They're making them sweat a little bit. They're making them having to delve into the strat book. And for a bit of maybe ESL Impact lore, if anyone doesn't know or remember, Bokor actually used to play on FURIA and has played at an ESL Impact LAN with FURIA. It was in Katowice in 2023, where she played with Olga, but also played with Car and Isa, who is still on FURIA to this day. And they lost in the semifinals to what is now Imperial Valkyries.
Also, Capybaras versus the Killers is now in overtime. Damn, that's very exciting. I'm very excited by the prospect of the
Capybara fans rise up.
Oh, honestly, Capybara.
Capybara. Bizina.
Oh, she's around the outside, just like Eminem sang, and she'll get that first kill. HE not going to get that follow-up, but it gives her the time and the cover to slip away into that good night. giving her team the advantage that they maybe not desperately needed, but so love to have. And oh, it is so unfortunate that it's on Bokor as well. Unfortunately, she is just having a very rough time of it of the moment. And now Atrix need to readjust. The outside push is clearly not the play, so they have moved on over back towards lobby. And unfortunately, these haven't exactly gone terribly well either. So let's see if they can change their fate here. They haven't used all... Oh, Basina, brother, can we... Her first kill was in secret, and she's relocated at the vent to get another, gets traded out, but sets up Izza beautifully for the follow-up double kill. Lil Z is incredible, but can she 1v3? The first garnered, bomb potentially, yes, it has been recovered. She could maybe slip down the vent, but she's very aware that they now know where she is. Oh, dear Lord, I thought she was going to go for that. Oh, she missed. Oh, and Car missed as well. Oh, it's Ring Around the Rosie with the AWP's footsteps around the silos. But it's Car with the no-scope to close out the round.
I can't say I've ever seen two AWPs chase each other searching for a no-scope. That was quite amusement. You could put... What is the song you call? What's the
Benny Hill music.
The Benny Hill music. That's the one.
Yeah.
I know I can always trust you. But rightfully so, you identified Bazina's dynamism. And yeah, it's actually kind of crazy to get that opening kill in secret. And FURIA just went, yeah, Atrix aren't going outside anymore. They fully gambled stacks just onto that A-bomb site. And it worked out perfectly. Atrix got read like a textbook, and that's what's going to happen when you're playing up against FURIA. So in the final round of their T side on their own map pick, they're on Tech 9s, and they're going down the vent. Oh, this is a very cool gimmick, but they're running straight into Bazina, and she goes down without a kill.
Okay, that's a weird way for that one to end. I mean, eventually something had to give, I suppose. She couldn't keep playing to that level. I mean, maybe she could have, but you know, eventually something has to change. It's a last round and a half as well. Can you imagine if Atrix can get this under their belt with the very janky buy that they came in with, the force that they had to put up? They've already got those two opening kills here. Now Sophia, ooh, the HE gives her vision, but doesn't allow her to get the kill. Izza is a monster, gets two, brings it back to an even kilter. The bomb continues to tick away. They're not entirely certain where these last players are, but that's okay. Lulitens is in position, and between her and Izza, they will continue to rain down terror. The bomb's been tapped, but Little Z has no chill, has no concern, brings it up to 5 on the T side.
Still see things in my part.
Atrix, honestly, making me this look contestable on their map pick. A map that is surprising to see them go for because they just don't really have any reps on it this year. But they're putting FURIA against the wall and they're making them sweat a little bit. This pistol round, if Atrix goes 2 for 2, this is a 7-7 scoreline.
Definitely putting FURIA through their paces. Sophia gets that first little opener there, but not going to be too much longer for this world. Okay, we're just going to try and push and run over the Atrix players, but it is resulting in kind of blow-for-blow scenarios. Now FURIA will pivot, start moving down towards that B bomb site, which isn't as heavily secured, but rotations are fairly quick to come in here. I do like the flank potential available from Car as well, if she can kind of slip down the vent and get in behind. Oh, but they've activated before she's even attempted to move. Meanwhile, bomb's been planted, so she's just going to be trying to stop the late rotation from coming through and giving her teammates a little bit more of a chance to get through this pistol. As Atrix now reposition, start heading back towards the squeaky door. Ooh, there we go. Bokor activates, gets that first one. Run away, Lily Tens, but runs into the waiting arms of Lil Z. Car gets taken out as well. Atrix survive the pistol, win the pistol. 3 players still alive.
And look how much it means to Little Z, because she's currently going 14-7 against the region's best. Bokor getting online as well. Honestly, that was a very difficult retake that I did not think was going to go in favor of Atrix. But Little Z does magnificent work. And honestly, it is though those opening kills from Bokor that allows them to actually activate on that retake. And even though the bomb goes down for FURIA, they're going to go for basically a complete eco. There's a smoke and nade on Gabs. There's a flash and Isa. I suspect a vent pop. Or a fake vent drop?
The fish aren't biting, it seems. Oh my earth. All right, Vizina runs down 11, but the rest of the team is there to keep it contestable. And yes, Bomb is heading its way down. This is all smokes and mirrors, a distraction, a diversion. Unfortunately, that's left Gabs all alone. But of course, the main idea of this round was to get that bomb planted, because realistically, winning this round was always going to be a very tough ask. So, bomb plant, a little bit of extra cash, and that should be that. And a quick update, much to Freddy's dismay and disheartenment, the Capyvaras were unable to close out that first map. It ended 16-13, but a well-fought battle for them. See if they can bring it back on map number 2. That should be going on one of our community streams. I'm not entirely sure which one. Should be on HLTV, so if you want to go check out what's happening there, you can do that.
Sorry. Why was I scared for a second that that round was the bomb? That was enough time. I was cautious there for a second. That gave me. I like had to take a double take. Apparently, Gaules2 is streaming the game, but there's no English stream listed on HLTV, unfortunately.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah. Either way, though, this game is starting to really light up because despite Gabs struggling to get down the vent for a good few seconds and get also through the single door, unfortunate movement there. Glad we didn't catch any of it. She still got the bomb down, and it means that FURIA come into this round where they didn't really invest into last while getting a bomb down on the pistol. So they just have a full buy now, full AKs, and they've put outside smokes down. Ease's kind of lurking about, and it seems like they're just going to instantly now pop on towards A.
Yeah, good little bit of conditioning here. Oh, the flash doesn't do enough. 11. She's like, oh, I know this is where they're going to pop through, so I'm just going to hold down M1. She's going to go absolutely nuclear. What was that? 3 kills just for herself. Yep, there it is. 3 kills. In just holding down the main entrance. I don't know, man. She was full blind for the first kill. And FURIA just capitulate.
Atrix are taking the lead off the back of a gun round as well. So naturally, their pistol round success plays a big part into where their rounds come from. But first gun round of this second half, and like no notes, right? 11, who's the player that we've been talking about for Atrix, who kind of gets promoted up in the scene, I'd say, in South America, has a really good game against MIBR, especially on the second map on Dust 2. I think she had 21 kills and was almost at the top of the whole scoreboard. They lost that map 13-11. So look, 11 just gets 4 kills. She was the player that we highlighted that needed to step up for Atrix in both of these series, and she's already put pen to paper in a very important round. FURIA don't even get the bomb down and barely even get out of the choke points. Sure, 11 kind of holds Mouse 1, but the positioning, the crossfires, the counter utility, everything pretty good.
Yeah, this is a bit of a weird look for FURIA, though, to be fair. I mean, we talked about coming into the season, MIBR beat them fairly recently on LAN, and we kind of like, so how much do we read into that? How much, you know, does that actually mean? And now they come into their very first game of the season, and it's looking a little bit rough. They had a really good, you know, kickoff on the CT side, but they gave over a few more rounds than I think they would have been happy with. And it's looking like Atrix may just have an opportunity to run away with this map. And it is the first map of the best of 3. And it is Atrix's map pick. So, you know, the more we talk about it, the more kind of caveats we have to put on it. But regardless, this is a team that maybe shouldn't be being pushed this heavily. So it definitely is surprising to see how much they're struggling now. Bazina in a 1 versus 2 with gun in hand. Oh, I felt like there was a world, but no. She gets shut out, and Atrix go up to 9. A 2-round deficit now for the underdog.
Yeah, that round was only a half buy, so FURIA do actually run them quite closely while only having Tech 9s, but it's Little Z just taking these duels with an AK. She's the AWPer of the squad, and she's still very confident to take those duels with a rifle. She's at the top of the scoreboard for the whole server. So currently for Atrix, the players that need to step up are, and it's FURIA taking their final tactical pause. That in itself is a symbol of not worry, but just at least a symbol of FURIA needing to respect their opposition, that this is their third and final pause going into round 17, and a very important round. Car, haven't seen much from her this game. AWP in hand, very difficult on the T side of Nuke to try and actually either get opening kill, mostly just throwing utility, to be honest. Little Z, also first time on the AWP this half. Are these two going to clash? And if so, Little Z seems to be outperforming Car right now. Yeah.
I mean, the thing about inconsistent, it does mean that there will be times where you pop off.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Sophia smokes door, and I don't know what happens, but it bounces off and goes down the vent.
That vent has been such a problem for this entire game.
Yeah, because the issue is, look at that. It's had to force out another smoke really quickly. So if FURIA want to throw outside smokes right now and pivot back to A potentially, there's actually not going to be much utility later on in this round for Atrix to stop if it goes towards A.
It's been very funny, like how consistently that vent has been a problem. But here we go. Atrix now, majority moving in that outside area. They have managed to get that kill onto Bocor. Numbers advantage for them. But now, of course, it's pretty telegraphed what the plan is. Smokes are about to clear. They're a little bit out in the open there. But no one in position to capitalize off that. Oh, Gabs has threaded the needle. She'll only get 1 before she's taken out. But that helps them to hold on to the player advantage that they garnered a little bit earlier on. Already having overrun this B site, bomb should get planted pretty easily. Time may be an issue, as Atrix have already started to reposition themselves. But there it is, bomb down. Very little utility left here, however, for FURIA to try to hold on to. A smoke and an HG, and well, would you looky here, with 2 players being devastatingly low on health, and they've just decided, well, why take the fight unnecessarily? They will just give over the round. And finally, FURIA will find 1 in the second half.
Yeah, retaking the lower bomb site is hard at the best of times, but especially when you've got an AWP who's also onto the HP. Little Z, who unfortunately read incorrectly. And Gabs, even though she only gets 1 kill and then dies pretty quickly afterwards, kind of wins that round single-handedly for FURIA, because she gets that kill on 11, who, by the way, was staring at door because it wasn't smoked. And because of that kill, Sophia comes rocketing up the vent, and also she spots out both players in heaven. So she doesn't get a kill on Little Z here, but she spots out both the players in heaven, and Sophia comes very quickly up the vent. So she basically removes any opposition from that B-bomb site, and FURIA, as you mentioned, first round the board, but it is after 4 in a row from Atrix, and because of that, they've been able to build up an economy. Another full purchase coming in, but there is a one singular compromise on 11, who's only on an SMG, and I would have thought Sophia probably could have dropped her primary rifle, maybe sell like a HE, and you can just drop a rifle.
Yeah.
Or just sell your head armor.
Maybe they're expecting her to be able to get, like, maybe they're going to put her in like an advanced position, get an early kill, get a free upgrade, and then they don't have to make that quote-unquote sacrifice. And yes, she is taking a very advanced position here.
I like it.
Oh, and she's being backed up as well. So if it doesn't go well, then at least there's a teammate there. But it seems FURIA may have cottoned on, at least somewhat slightly. No, there we go. Util starting to come through here. So the exec shouldn't be far behind. Ooh, Atrix can't get antsy here. They can't swing out unnecessarily. They're just going to hold that little bit longer. They're baiting out a lot of util off FURIA. They've managed to hold on to quite a lot of their own. They've really slowed things down now. Not really showing much presence anywhere. You've got the usual conditioning util that's come out quite early, and that's leaving Atrix wondering, so what on earth is the plan? The fact that they've got 3 players so far down towards the B site. I don't know if this is just the perfect read, the most perfect read ever, or if this was the plan all along, because now FURIA have taken full advantage of this outside. But as much as they're gaining ground, it doesn't feel like they're doing much.
Well, Atrix, the issue they've had is that they go for this push in lobby with 4 players, don't get a kill, and then it's just like, what do? We didn't expect to not see anyone here. And now, even though they've cleared out Secret, Car's got that kill. But Atrix still staying. 4 players on this A bomb site. Bombs coming through main. They're not going to realize what is on the other side of things. 15 seconds. Iza, Bazina, Gavs fighting their way through. Reggie-Ann left by herself. A 1 versus 3. There's no time left to get the bomb planted. Oh my god, Carl's just got enough time. Tapping those digits in. And Reggie-Ann, she ran for the hills. She thought she'd done enough. But now she has to once more enter back into the fray.
Oh, Carl would have heard that. And that's it. That's the end of it. The drop down gives away the final moment. I can't believe that it came down to such a minuscule amount of time for her to be able to get the bomb down. And I was talking about how they were getting all of the space towards outside, but it felt like they weren't doing anything with it. But it really was all the mind games. You can actually see in the way that Atrix are constantly kind of, we don't know what's happening. Okay, everybody go B. Oh, Jesus, nobody here. All right, back up the vent. And they're like trying desperately to figure out where these players are. And in the final moments, they actually get themselves into a pretty good spot, but unaware that the wraparound has happened all the way up into heaven, which kind of assists in whittling through the few forces that they do have remaining. Just an unbelievable way for that round to end. And while FURIA didn't win the round, look at the economy. With them having gotten so many kills, Atrix is in a ridiculous amount of danger right now. Yes, okay, we do get that first kill with the scout very early on, but it's going to get traded back, and that's going to be the rifle taken off the board here. The one rifle that they had. So FURIA now in with a huge advantage. I say that. Pop through the window and Reggie-Ann to get 2. And suddenly that advantage has been snatched away. And these final 2 FURIA players have to be so dangerously careful. But they're so separated from one another. Lulitens, I feel like, needs to create a bit of a distraction because Gabs is the one that has the bomb and she's down towards this B bomb side. If she gets spotted by these 2 players, she's in serious danger because she has no backup. Perhaps she's going to go back up towards A, and it does look like she's going to make her way up ramp here. Try to link up again with Lulitens. The funniest part of this is, of course, they don't have caster vision. If she'd stayed down there and planted, she would have been able to do that, and Lulitens could have repositioned, met back up with her and held the line. But as it stands now, Atrix has been given all the time in the world to rotate back to reinforce this A bomb site, and FURIA have yet to breach.
No one knows where anyone is. All 3 players for Atrix in main. 10 seconds left. Bomb has to cross. I don't think that bomb's going to get to the site. Lulitens has to plant, and they're just going to charge her down. She might tap those digits in, but Sophia greets her with the USP as soon as she comes up. And, ooh, okay, a bit of spice there, because Atrix once more take the lead in a round where they didn't even fully invest, and Sophia letting her know that. I hope that doesn't come back to bite her, but it's Reggiane making up for unsuccessfully winning a 1 versus 3. How dare you? She then gets a 3k in the next round, but it's this opening kill from Sophia that kind of sets everything in motion.
And this is an outrageous round for them to win. I'm amazed at how kind of lost FURIA look. And the funny thing for me is that a lot of their ideas are not necessarily bad ones. Like the mind games that they've been trying to play on the T side here, I think against a lot of teams, this would work just outright. But Atrix have done really well to just keep kind of adapting, the old B water. Yeah. That's exactly what they've done. Yeah. But Bazina, she's activated again. Player to watch, double kill from her. She is absolutely on fire. So is Reggiane. But she will get put out of her misery before the flames can lick away the final vestiges of her life. And now, with 2 players left for Atrix, they just have to back away. Finally, FURIA find themselves some ground.
It's a really nice set play where FURIA just put loads of pressure through door and hut, try drag all of the attention from the players on the bomb site and in main away from outside. And realistically, FURIA just haven't played a round of that pace. So they just never expect Bazina to be rocketing her way in. It's like Twister IEM Cologne 2022 for real, as FURIA match now the scoreline, and Atrix in actually a very similar position that they were 2 rounds ago, where sure, they're keeping it contestable, but they're meeting the bane of city side economy, where they just never really have any sustainability. Oh, it's actually
this really does. This kind of like harkens me back to that MIBR game and how close it was, and how we were like, oh, we expected it to be better from MIBR, but it looked uncomfortable. And it's giving a lot more credence to how well Atrix were actually playing. As much as the scoreline didn't show it, they really did put on a good showing here.
Look at this outside. Car, really okay. There was so many different moments where I was like, Car's missed Bokor. Bokor's got here without Car noticing. So I genuinely was looking over at that, thinking Bokor's got a free kill, but Car really shows her awareness there. And for Atrix, that could be the kill that breaks the camel's back.
I just noticed that Bazina's on 22 and 13. What is happening?
Just genuinely, like, she's been getting so many, and there's so many impact frags there as well. Like, there's 4 or 5 rounds she's completely won by herself.
She has been phenomenal. She's a large part of why FURIA are still in this, but in this they are, and we carry on. Luliten's now going to get a fantastic shot onto Sophia. What was that about coming back to bite her? But the round's not over just yet. Reggiane's going to keep it contestable. Oh, they have no idea that Izza's right there. Beautiful little crossfire to be set up. And suddenly it's back to a 3 versus 3. HP advantage certainly in favor of FURIA, but that doesn't make a difference when 11 hits those shots so cleanly. Lil Z to follow it up as well, and Car now has to 1v3 clutch. How? And she's busy wondering, how on earth have all of my teammates just fallen around me? And the discipline that we have come to know and love from FURIA certainly feels to have fallen to the wayside here. A lot of solo peaks, a lot of kind of ego positionings that Atrix are punishing. I was talking about the buddy system a little bit earlier on. They really have been holding hands. It's not safe to go alone. Take me with you. They play off of one another perfectly, and FURIA are struggling to answer.
It's easy to kind of bash on FURIA in that round, but honestly, that was all Atrix. Rotating 3 players down towards B, this opening kill comes out outside, and then the whole of Atrix just go towards B. They all fully commit. It's a massive gamble stack, and it's like, yeah, they keep on. So Sophia gets killed. Reggie-Ann gets one, so they're fixated on her. Oh, and then 11's on the bomb side. And then when you think you're in the clear, Little Z's also rotated in after taking contact outside. So from having an opening kill for FURIA, it all tumbles away. Bazina, she's tried to go for this aggressive play before. It worked. It won them a round. And she's got to be careful that they probably will be expecting her to do something like this again. As Atrix, 11 to 10, they have the lead in the dying embers of this map.
You're absolutely right. They are very much ready and waiting for another crazy aggressive push here. And in fact, taking a little bit of an advanced position themselves, which could set them up fantastically for the rest of the round. But again, it's the same kind of outside push that we saw previously, where there's a lot of kind of info starve happening. All of the conditioning utility came down, and Atrix kind of gave them the space by going for this more aggressive play, trying to meet that aggression head on. Are they aware? Reggie-Ann is kind of, she's got an inkling and she's checking for heaven every now and then, but the timing is going to be a very important factor in this, bearing in mind the bomb is up here. And if this gets caught out, they could be in some serious trouble. A little bit of util now going to start to come through. That should give away the game ever so slightly. Beautiful smoke put down there. And that could potentially slow things down a little bit for FURIA. Oh, and as they make their way through the smokes, I don't know if there wasn't a flash or if the flash did nothing, but they walked straight into Atrix's crosshairs. Now they're kind of separated all across the map. Gabs has to come up nuclear. She's managed to get the first two, but she'll get traded out, and she's left Lulitens now in a 1 versus 1.
Nice.
DHE! Oh my god, brother! That's so unfortunate, but Sophia, that was not the first time that she's gotten that final kill in the round, and she's brought her team up to map point on their map pick.
Both times, by the way, actually against Lulitens. So,
bit of a
yeah,
rivalry there, maybe?
I was thinking, I was like, are we missing out on something? Like, is there something we haven't been told? But it's another round very similar to the previous, where Atrix, they're just in the right position at the right time. 4 players were in and around this A bomb site, ready to shut it down. Okay, it does get very close, and albeit FURIA almost broke through, but it's actually really important that Sophia won that round while also denying the bomb plant ever from going down. Because as a tactical timeout comes in, and as we head into what could be the final round of Nuke, Atrix map pick, which I was somewhat questioning, thinking, if FURIA can beat Imperial Valkyries 13-6 on LAN in the ESL Impact Season 7 finals, surely they can beat Atrix. No. 12-10, and FURIA, because of no bomb plant, because of a very ropey loss bonus, they've got 2 Galils and 3 pistols. This util outside is basically all of it.
And it's that same util that they always use, and of course that is the power of conditioning. This time around, that's not all it's good for. They are actually going to push this. Oh, spam through the smoke. Oh my god. They haven't moved. They haven't gotten through where they need to be. They've kind of overstayed their welcome a little bit. Sophia going to take a ton of damage here, and finally she'll be put down, but not before she gets that second, which leaves FURIA once again. I mean, if they weren't already at a disadvantage, they certainly are now, and it has become very clear that they have moved down secret and are heading their way down towards this B site. Bokor now, a little bit of hopping, a little bit of up and down, a little bit of jumpy, but she'll get forced off of that position. She'll be able to communicate that over. All right, guys, I've been forced out. But does she know that they're not pushing, that they've opted to move away? Well, Lil Z is certainly aware of the possibility, so she's going to hold this outside. She'll get the first. Can she follow it up? Will she be allowed to? Bomb is still in their control, but now Lulitens is the last one alive, last position known, telegraphed, and 11 will be the one to put her down, and you can see how much it means to this squad. Can you just imagine? FURIA have come through as the champions of the world of women's Counter-Strike, and Atrix have just taken
Getting back to normal. That's the FURIA of the World Championships hat, I'm saying.
Well, we shall certainly find out, as now we will be kicking off that second map. And bearing in mind, so for those of you that maybe haven't followed the plus minuses that go on in women's Counter-Strike, Atrix, the core four of this roster last season was Oplano. They came third in the region, and the only teams that they lost to were MIBR and FURIA. They've already lost to MIBR in a close affair. It was a 13-6 and a 13-11. I went to double check that, but now it's looking like they have a chance to win out against FURIA. Little Z opening things up. Yeah, it's the two AWPers against each other, but not on AWPs at the moment, just pistols. And once again, it looks like Little Z is going to be the one to come out on top of that battle. That's going to hinder FURIA ever so slightly. They'd barely garnered any ground before that shot came through. So for now, they're still just going to angle a little bit. No decisions being made just yet. I do like this aggression from Little Z. Oh, man. The info fish from this could be fantastic. So they've kind of done a surface level check of Ivy. Meanwhile, we're going to push really deep towards the T spawn, and that should give away the information. Hey guys, it's definitely going to be a B push. We've heavily now reinforced this B site. Dooley's up close and personal for Sophia, who was one of the top players in that previous map. And Lil Z already repositioned, has spotted out so many of these FURIA players, a couple of pot shots to go through. She's being chased down, but now with that having happened, they will pivot. They will move over towards the A site, instead equalize the numbers with a shot onto Bokor, unlucky Bokor, and that's going to allow them to get that bomb planted. But Sophia, very quick to respond, has brought up the rear there, taken down Izza. Once again, they'll find themselves in a more favorable position, but now all FURIA have to do is run the clock down. There's no kits on board here, so they just have to stall out time for as long as possible. Don't give away duels unnecessarily. Two have already gone the way of FURIA. Now Atrix have gotten onto the bomb. More than enough time as the rest of the team clean up. And while there is a bomb to be planted, it's Atrix who once again run away with the pistol.
Yeah, the poison chalice of Little Z clearing out all of that information and calling her team to stack 4 on the B bomb site is that the issue. She takes contact, and it's a really good call and a really good read from FURIA to go, well, if someone's flanking us and she's just taking contact, they're probably stacking towards B. So let's pivot over towards A. And also, when Bokor died on the opener, I was thinking, oh no, this is scary for Atrix, but all is good. And speaking of Bokor, all is fabulous in her world as she gets 2 kills with utility as FURIA, who have purchased up in round 2, just meet their maker. Sorry, Little Z has the AWP out as well. Even though she didn't get a kill on the flank in the last round, she still got 3 in total. And Lulitens, guys, Lulitens 1v4. Oh my god, what just happened? Lulitens in a 1 versus 4, aces.
That's the Lulitens we've been waiting for. That's the Lulitens that we know and love. Up to 5 kills now, while 3 of her teammates drag dangerously behind. But this is such an important round for them to win, because it's an economic reset onto the CTs, onto Atrix. And the fact that she gets so much of this done with a Tech 9 is a little bit egregious. I'll be perfectly honest with everybody right now. Like, that's kind of insane. While Freddy, stops kind of lagging out, we'll get into this next round, because as mentioned, economic reset on Atrix. Very dangerous position here. Now, Bokor's been given an MP9 and has been put up close and personal. Going to try and farm some cash. Good for the first. Can't follow it up. But a little bit of damage done there onto Bazina. It's going to maybe force her to play that little bit safer. Meanwhile, they're now fully aware that it is going to be an A hit, so they're going to get up close and personal, but unfortunately, they're just going to get sat straight down. Izza now, her turn to activate fantastically. Will get 2 kills. Bazina to follow up with her second of the round. Lil Z trying desperately to stay alive in this one, but she's recovered a rifle. Perhaps this would be the call to just get the hell out of Dodge. Does seem to be the decision.
Yeah, she's got no armor because she's very actively saving for that AWP come the next gun round. So there's just, even in the 1 versus 3, even if she had armor, there's no way that she's winning out this round. And you're gonna, whoa, that is a cheeky little angle from Car. First kill for her in the game. You got to feel for 11 because 11 wasn't close enough to deal with Bazina on B, but then was also then too far away for them when they executed on the A bomb site. You could definitely make a case of, if she was able to trade out Bazina and they had the 4 versus 3 in the retake, maybe there's a little bit more of a possibility, but that's more semantics. So for Atrix, they go into round 4 after it should be for them 3-0. This should be a 3-0 lead for them, but because of Luliten's, her only 5 kills in the game so far have been a 1 versus 4 ace, with a Tech 9 getting 4 of the kills. Atrix are on a full eco this round, and I was actually just thinking, when they won the pistol, they're getting super, super hyped. They're in boot camp together. And I was thinking, need to make sure that's controlled. It's great to get hyped, but you don't want to get overexcited and kind of let it get to your head. And it feels like they've gone from 100 to 0 within a blink of an eye. And that's very hard to deal with.
Meanwhile, devastation in the Cappy camp. They have gone down 2-0. In their game on our, off-stream game, which will put them at 0-2. Yes, because they played last week as well. 0-2 in the season. So very unfortunate start for them. But hopefully we'll see a little bit more from them as the season goes on. Speaking of a little bit more, Atrix now have a bit more money to spread around. So we're going to have Lil Z with the AWP. And she was part of our head-to-head in the previous map. She was somebody that we really highlighted. She has stepped up massively here. So let's see if she can get something done with this weapon. Reggiane and 11 still trailing dangerously behind the rest of their team at the moment. But it's still early in the round. They'll have a chance to bite back. Maybe this will be that opportunity. A little bit of jiggling there, and no, we're just going to back away. Don't take fights unnecessarily. We're just trying to poke and prod for a little bit of early information here. See if we can figure out what the FURIA game plan is, because FURIA are playing a heavy info-starve game at the moment. Very little util going out at the moment. They've kind of moved in towards this B site, and with Atrix not poking and prodding the map too deeply, they don't have a lot of active information. They're relying on passive info, and as that happens, the util starts to come through. Reggiane, yes, she does activate, gets 2 for herself, but they are traded back now. Ooh, that could be a spoopy timing moment. We'll give it a second as Lil Z gets a kill there. 11 gets forced off of her position by that Molotov. We're going to have only 2 players left standing here for FURIA with Bomb already down. 2 of the Atrix players very close to one another. Could set up a bit of a crossfire. We've got Lil Z going for a slightly more elevated position as well. Could put her in good standing. Good reflexes from Bokor, but not good enough to actually get that kill. Car heavily under fire. She'll get finished off by Lil Z, but it's Luliten's. Luliten's with the double, but a double is not enough. She needed to get that third. 11 shuts her down and brings Atrix up to 2.
God, Luliten's, why didn't you 1v3 4K again? Come on, you're slacking. So washed. Like, you're not getting a 1 versus 4 ace. What's this world come to? This is a very impressive retake for Atrix because it's a great execute, and the only reason it's plausible for this retake is because of Reggiane's double on the bomb site with that Galil. She's kind of the MVP for this whole round, so Atrix keeping themselves back in it as they win the first proper gun round, but they do it with only 1 player alive. The AWP doesn't get retained, and Reggiane just gets caught on the jiggles. So as soon as she gets 2 on the bomb site, the next round, she's the first to fall.
Yeah, it's a bit of an unfortunate way to go down. Got to be careful about those toes. Don't let them get spotted out. And a lot of that comes down to just like the angles of the stairs. And it makes it so much easier to get spotted out while you are jiggling. So full advantage. And again, a little bit of info starve here, right? FURIA playing a very slow game.
Holy
They've gotten
Luliten's.
some results with that. But yeah, Luliten's just continues to be a problem. However, in this round, it looks like the entirety of FURIA will have stepped up quite nicely. Only 2 players haven't got a kill for themselves. There's a chance here. 11 has to come up big. 1 versus 3 has to channel her inner Luliten, inner Lulitens, but will not be allowed to do so. That'll be a kill coming through for Car, her second of the map. but brings FURIA up to 4 and has done some serious damage to the Atrix economy because we've kind of gone 1-for-1. And CT side, well, they're going to struggle.
Well, yeah, the reason why I went holy Lulutens is because they're double pushing a main, and with first bullet headshot, she gets a kill. Like, she gets instantly traded, but it's just the fact that it's just like, boom, first bullet, 1 bullet headshot. There's really nothing you can do against her. And Bazina's also coming online, a very important 2K from her. So the star's starting to join up and dot up a little bit more from FURIA. And this whole map, this whole first half is exclusively because of Lulutens. Like, if she doesn't get those kills in that round, if she doesn't get that clutch, this is a completely different storyline. This is most likely Atrix, I'd say 5-1. I'd be confident enough to give him that scoreline. So currently, hats off to the Argentine.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about how she'd been a little bit quieter, or so it seemed on that first map, right? I mean, she still came away as the second highest fragger in the entire map, but it's good to kind of have her name on our lips a little bit more consistently here. You could tell that they're a lot more comfortable on this map as well. It's kind of evident that that previous one was one that maybe they weren't too prepared for. Oh, Boko, how have you gone and done that? Surely not, surely not. Oh my god, she's gone and done it. We've made this round very expensive, but FURIA will just squeak by. That got way too close for comfort. Thankfully, they're still in the money, so it's not going to be a major issue for them in the long term, but it shouldn't have gotten that close, man. Not when Boko had a pistol.
So this is actually the first time that for Atrix these players are playing Train ever in a HTV official. And for FURIA, this is their second game against a women's team. They played Imperial Valkyries on LAN. Imperial picked into it. FURIA got a 10-2 CT half and then lost 13-11 as they only got 1 round on the T side. Pretty rough. And it's amusing that they look more comfortable on Train because, yeah, this is only the second time they played it against women's team, but also how Nuke was a pretty good map for them. You know, they've beaten Imperial Valkyries. It was a decider of that very series. They won like 13-5. So reason would have dictated that they would have felt more comfortable on Nuke, and it feels like to me Train, they're just trying to test out the reps maybe against a team like Atrix, but they are looking very good at it, I will say.
I don't think they were expecting to lose that first map either. You're not really expecting this to have to be your safety net. Realistically, I think they would have wanted this to just be the closeout map, and if something goes awry, well then you have a third map. So perhaps not the start to the series that they were anticipating, but nonetheless, they are looking quite strong here. I do like how they play this, though. I mean, South America is known for very aggressive CS, and FURIA is absolutely one of the teams that we attribute that characteristic to. So to see them playing a very slow-paced game, very methodical, very kind of clinical as well, it's a really cool kind of change-up to see. And it's one of the things that helped kind of elevate them to now being the world champions. We'll see if that can continue to stand them in good stead. The exec util comes through onto the A site. Oh, Lil Z and 11 just dodge absolutely everything to get those first couple of kills. Ooh, the util maybe not getting as much value as they would have wanted. Car now has to 1v4, seemingly an impossible task, and I think she might just be aware of that because we're going to hold the angles and we're going to try and hold on to the AWP. Oh, okay. Spots the leg. Instantly traded back. Not a good round for FURIA.
Yeah, not a great round, not a great execute. And for Atrix, everyone just gets their 1 kill. I was a little bit cautious when Little Z actually misses the first shot and then coming out of A main, but she's able to at least take down Lulutens, which is a very big scout to be taking. And yeah, as you were mentioning with utility, as they throw camera smoke, they throw smoke towards connector, and then I think 2 flashbangs, but then those flashes popped like way earlier than the players actually peaked. So, not a great round from FURIA on Train. And because of that, and no bomb plant, it actually really puts their money in a very difficult position, as they're just going to try and contact over towards B, where Bocca's holding at range. And if Reggiane doesn't get cleared, I'm sure she's going to be looking for another multi-kill over on this site.
First for Bocor, but this should be a little bit of cleanup. FURIA keeping it hotly contested, but okay.
How is Lulitens getting, like, how does she always get these multi-kills?
Magnetic bullets. I don't know, man. Lulitens.
Like, they're running out con, and she gets a kill with a P250 no armor. Or P250 armor, rather.
To be fair, how does Bocor nearly 1v3 with a pistol a few rounds back, right? Like, there have been a lot of really weird moments that have kept things certainly on their toes, but Atrix have brought themselves to only a 1-round deficit. This is now an anti-eco, so it should be a fairly clean evening out of the scoreline for them. I say fairly clean. We've managed to keep a lot of these rounds surprisingly expensive.
Ooh, that's
a planted.
Yeah, that's a rut row from Reggiane. Probably could have done more to deny that.
But it does go as expected. So we'll even things out, and 2 rounds remain in this half. One team could go to 7, or perhaps we'll even things out at a 6-6. I'm a little bit concerned for what that second half is going to look like, Freddie, because while we were in the break, I was busy saying, I think this is probably going to go to a 3rd map. But if Atrix continue on this current trajectory, there's a world in which they 2-0 FURIA. And I'll be honest, I don't know what I'd do with myself in that world, because that was not on my bingo card for this season.
I'm also trying to keep my spirits tempered for this map for Atrix. So just like, I don't want to overreact and be like, Atrix going to do it, and then they get absolutely rolled. So I'm trying to like not jinx it at the same time, because we've already seen Imperial Valkyries being dethroned over in Europe on week 1. And FURIA on week 1 either had a 2.30 HLTV rating. But now, a very important round, as this time, the flashbangs are seriously on point. Little Z hasn't hit a single AWP shot. 11's been spotted, and that smoke just betrays her. It's flawless for FURIA as they entry onto the A bomb site. This time, so much cleaner than the previous.
Yeah, 5 players still alive. Fantastic. And there's a part of me that's like, maybe the low and slow isn't the play here. You know, I was talking about how cool it is to see them trying to be dynamic in their approaches, changing things up a little bit, you know, trying out new strategies and so on. But really, when they run it down, when they can follow that util at breakneck speeds, it does tend to work out really well in their favor. So perhaps that is just the play here. That's what they need to be doing. Keep that aggression up. Keep your foot on the accelerator.
I think, to be honest, when we see them play these low and slow rounds, a lot of it is maybe them just struggling to figure out a T-sided train. You see a lot of teams, when they do play super slow and they just can't find a pick, is that they're trying to go for those picks. They're trying to get an opener, but they can't. And then it falls into this like really slow-paced train that looks a bit awkward.
Last round now in this half for Atrix to try to even things out. And they're going to take a very aggressive approach to try to make that happen. And they will suffer for their folly. I say that. 11 able to trade it back. Bocor has managed to catch one as well. The bomb's been lost. Oh, dear Lord. Everything has fallen apart for FURIA. The last 2 players so devastatingly separated from one another. But are their positions known? See, that might be the one saving grace here for our final 2 FURIA players. Lulitens with the trigger discipline of a saint. I don't know how trigger disciplined saints are, but there you go. Slips past.
Notoriously so, actually.
I suppose they don't pull many triggers.
Yeah, they notoriously are very good on the trigger discipline.
Well, there you go. I guess it works. Not in the way that I thought it would, but there you have it.
Has Mother Teresa ever used a gun? Probably not.
Probably, but who's to say? Okay, Lily spotted one. There we go. Oh, they're so good. But only good for the 2. Brings it to 2v2. Instantly traded out. Car now, position very much known. Swings on the AWP, trying to isolate these duels. Will get the next one. Can she get the last? She's got the bomb. She's got 25 seconds. 1 versus 1. Oh, but not expecting Reggie Ann from the left. So close to a clutch, but will be denied. 6-6 at the half. Press play.
The queens of Counter-Strike are looking to get dethroned. Their crown is slipping. Atrix 6-6 at the half on their opponent's map pick. They are a map to the good. And honestly, without Lulitens, this could have been a lot more dangerous. But now on the T side, Atrix, they are rocketing their way out. And of course, it's the main star of the show, Lulitens, who gets a double opener to keep things in favor of FURIA.
Oh, very quickly traded back because 11, the counter, the kryptonite to Lulitens.
Oh, it's just not
shows
fair.
up massively. Oh, it's bro. They're both 3 kills in this round. They're both just doing the most to try and keep things on an even kilter. Oh, but 11 is clay pigeon shooting at this point. She was on road for the ace, but it'll be Lulitens who gets the ace at the end. Ah, yeah, look at her. Give her props. Vamos, Lulitens. Fantastic round from her. And correct me if I'm wrong, this is FURIA's first pistol?
Pistol, yeah, that's a thing.
Yes.
Well, they won the first pistol round. Did they? No. So yeah, Atrix won first pistol, and then on Nuke, Atrix won both pistols as well. Yes, you are correct. This is actually FURIA's first pistol round, and it's all because of the new queen of South America, Lulitens. This is the game of her life. She's got 22 kills in round 14. I genuinely have never seen a performance like this. She's got 2 aces so far. One of them was a 1 versus 4, and she just clutched up a 1 versus 2 there with dual brothers, and she shot like 3 bullets. Like, this is genuinely insane. This is so impactful from Lulitens, and especially from... Oh, Car's just DC'd. Has there been damage? Is the round still live? What's the crack?
It doesn't look like there's been damage.
All good. Well, it doesn't matter because Lulitens will just kill everyone anyways.
That's fair. That's fair. Lulitens will 1v9. Easy.
I was just going to go on a tangent about how it's really cool to see that Lulitens is thriving while also being from Argentina. Like, normally in ESL Impact and then in general in the greater landscape of South America, it's dominated by Brazil. Pretty much like 99%. In ESL Impact, it's like 99.9%. I think the first time that there was a team that was a core of non-Brazilians was season 4. It took 4 seasons of ESL Impact for there to be a team that wasn't a core of Brazilians. Now you've got the Dusty Roses, Dusty Roots, also an Argentine team. They have a male team as well. So to look at Lulitens, who's representing her nation, which is very underrepresented in a server full of Brazilians, in the best South American team, which is 4 Brazilians. It's also really cool to see her like being like flying those colors, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to see, especially because it felt like on LAN she didn't show up as well as we'd hoped. That's not to say that she didn't perform, but it definitely wasn't what we expected. We'd really hyped her up, and you kind of mentioned a little bit earlier on, but she was the top performing player in the league last season. Certainly looking like she might do that again, looking to try and replicate that performance.
Right now, yeah.
Jeez, bro. 22 and 8? It's freaking... How many times have you seen a player play an entire map? And, I mean, Lulitens in the previous map only got 15. In the whole map, that was a 13-11 map, and she only got 15 kills. Now, round like 13, 14, she's got 22 kills.
Yeah,
definitely stepped up a little bit.
I can tell you the last time that I saw a player like this, and that was twice actually.
Was it Donk?
Ex Casper Sky and Poi. Poi then went on to break the kill record, and ex Kaspersky, I think that's how you pronounce it properly. He also went on to get like the 4th kill record. I think he got like 36. The kill record's 39. So the last time I saw a player playing like this, they broke records. That's all I'm saying.
Looking forward to seeing how the rest of this map pans out. It has been very much kind of neck and neck for the most part. Things could get a little bit scary here, especially because clearly Car is having some technical issues, and that will certainly have an effect on the momentum. But it does look like this will be a little bit of an extended issue that they're trying to sort out, folks. So we're going to throw this to a quick break. And when we come back, hopefully we'll be able to just dive straight back into the action and not miss a beat. So don't go too far away. We'll see you in a bit.
abandoned angels.
Excuse me, señor. One moment, please. Yeah, disculpa. I know my English not good looking, but are you using salt? Cause there's no flavor in this place. Dile al quien fue que cocinó sin el sazón que no se aguante. Ponle un poquito de cebolla y limón a ese picante. Ese mangú no me lo como. Le hace falta sal y huele a mojo. Hay brujería en esa vaina, me hizo daño. Pues tu mamá se come un plátano muy extraño. Ya estoy cansado de estar picando por la plaza, amor. Quiero comerme un desayuno ahí en tu casa, amor. Dos huevitos con chorizo te cocino. No soy cochino, te lo cambio por tocino. Dile a quien fue que cocinó sin el sazón que no se aguante. Ponle un poquito de cebolla y limón a ese picante. Es que te extraño como la cocina de abuela o la empanada de tu vieja. La nena dulce como la miel de abeja. Hacho, me muero pa' comer si tú me dejas. Diablo, nena, que tú sí estás fuera liga. Mango bajito, lo que son tus amigas. Por eso que yo no me encaramo en almor. Gracias por el plato, pero es que le falta algo. Dile a quien fue que cocinó sin el sazón que no se aguante. Ponle un poquito de cebolla y limón a ese picante. Dile a quien fue que cocinó sin el sazón que no se aguante. Dile no se aguante, dame. Ponle un poquito de cebolla y limón a ese picante.
How I have the nerve, even the heat
track. Too hot and I'm lighting the match now. Blasting off and rocket. Grab the mic just to drop it. My Fahrenheit is shocking. Amazed, dazed by the sense of grade. Come now, don't be phased. Follow the trail I blaze. First place, no second to waste. Pyromaniac, fanning the flames. Burn the brightest they've ever seen. Give an armor that third degree. I'm the kerosene and I smoke them out. Fire away, counting down. 2, 1, ready for the gamble. Top out, nice out, nice out.
Yo con lo mío quiero gozar. Dale pa' acá, dale pa' allá. Se prendió la fiesta, se prendió la fiesta. Yo quiero esta noche gozar. Yo quiero gozar. Gózatelo una vez más, solo una vez más. Yo quiero con lo mío bailar. Echa pa' acá, echa pa' allá, bebé. Este ritmo está como es. Muévelo, ¿quién fue? No te despistes que es lo que vine con mi pana, con mi catamara, mi dominicana, colombiana y venezolana. ¿Dónde están las mexicanas? Muévelo, muévelo, no veo a mi boricua. Sacúdelo, oh, 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 oh. El ambiente está fresco, el ritmo lo siento. Aquí se prendió el party, vente a mover el esqueleto. Yo quiero gozar, gozar, quiero gozar, gozar. Vívetela, vívela, vívete, vívela. Pues solo quiero disfrutar, la vida disfruta. Vente para mí, deja la pena, déjala, déjala, deja la pena, déjala, déjala, deja la pena. Y vente pa' acá, vente pa' acá, echa pa' allá, pa' acá, pa' allá, acá. Yo, really, de lunes a viernes pa' librar los fines. Pásame un shot que cobra estoy chile. La paso bien gastando los miles. Con mi combo no te metas. La familia no se toca, se respeta. Con mi combo no te metas. La familia no se toca, se respeta. Aquí estamos todos happy. La rutina siempre contra mí. Me relajo, cero estrés aquí. Vente a la fiesta, vente al party. Vente al party. Los carros en la calle suenan pi, pi, pi. La pasamos bonito y el juego siempre puesto en la TV. Yo quiero gozar, gozar. Quiero gozar, gozar. Vívetela, vívela, vívete, vívela. Hoy solo quiero disfrutar, la vida disfruta. Vente para mí, deja la pena, déjala, déjala, deja la pena, déjala, déjala, deja la pena. Y vente pa' acá, vente pa' acá, echa pa' allá, pa' acá, pa' allá, pa' allá, acá. thought, but at least you thought of me. No matter how much you adore me, right before the dawn is when you leave. Ooh. Do I glow in the dark? Or what do you call me? Only after hours leaving in the morning. Do I glow in the dark? Would it kill you to hold me? In the light of day, oh, can't you see me falling? In the light of day, oh, can't you see me in the light of day, oh, can't you see me falling? In the light of day, oh, can't you see me falling? In the light of day, oh, can't you see me falling? In the light of day, oh, can't you see me falling?
You called me the other night. Don't you know I've got no time? That's it, I'll never ride for you and I. Don't you call me babe? Thought you had a chance dropping DMs on my page. You can stay outside, you can park it on the pavement. Waiting, I don't need a man that's cheap and basic. I'm ranking. Back up. I don't need another suitor, babe. Man up. Put your pouting on a Twitter page, yeah. And I advise you to take a deep breath, cause you gon' hold it till the colors in your cheeks left. Whoa, child, I don't mind. You can follow if you like. Just know I got no time. Not for you and I, not for you and I. Call me if you like. Don't expect me to reply. Don't expect no ride or die. Not for you and I, not for you and I. What makes you think I want it when I treat you like a ghost? Take this man home, everybody else already knows. I'm the only one I need, you're the one that needs to grow. I ain't playing, boy, turn around and walk it out the door. You've got to go. For the love of God, for the last time. Watch, baby, I don't mind. Just stand home, yeah. Televised, you don't need to come by. From a distance, though. Whoa, child, I don't mind. Follow if you like. Just know I got no time. Not for you and I, not for you and I. Call me if you like. Don't expect me to reply. Don't expect no ride or die. Not for you and I, not for you and I. Need love, I need to keep this from the mirror on the wall. I'll never let her fall, no.
I ain't holding my breath, but something's gotta give. Settle for nothing less. Gotta go, gotta get. I take it as it is. The game is never ending. We never signed it to life, but we're for the ride. So hold on tight. We're moving fast and time don't slow, so we gotta let go. We already know we're just living for the good times. Nothing better than the good times. Stay living for the good times. We're living for the good times. I don't know if you noticed, but I ain't on it. If it don't got that buzz, stay awake, come alive, go hands up in the sky, and I love it how it was. We never signed it to life, but we're for the ride, so hold on tight. We're moving fast and time don't slow, so we gotta let go. We already know we're just living for the good times. Nothing better than the good times. Stay living for the good times. We're living for the good times. We got it all. Got it all. Got it all. Got it all. We're just living for the good times. Nothing better than the good times. Stay living for the good times. We're living for the good times. We're just living for the good times. Good times. Good times. Good times.
Hey, hey, you look so tired, I'm worried. You know it's true. Hey, hey, you been working too hard lately. Keep pushing through. Need to get away. Take some time out. Go to a new place. Life is just too short to waste a minute. I'll walk you out that door. Jump right in, baby, let's go. Drop some bass on the radio. You and me will drive through the night, cruising on the way to paradise. Hey, hey, you should give yourself a break, forget the stress. Hey, hey, you, they're chasing dreams, let's slow the pace, take a breath. Time to make a change before you burn out, can't wait another day. Life is flying by, seize every moment. Come on, turn that key, let's drive. Jump right in, baby, let's go. Drop some bass on the radio. You and me will drive through the night, cruising on the way to Palm. Baby, let's go. Let's go.
Cut me out like a photo from magazine. Cool dead eyes, all tied up in the web of your fantasy. Little white lies, scandalous, 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 you're scandalous. It's in your eye, scandalous.
It's in your eyes. Scandalous, 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 it's scandalous. No big surprise. Scandalous, 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 it's scandalous. It's in your eyes. Scandalous, 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 it's scandalous. No big surprise. Speak to God. Speak to God. Speak to God. Speak to God.
Do it so effortless. Don't try to mess with it. They try to reference it. Wanna say they invented this. I know you can't resist. Trying to be like this. Don't even take the risk. Walk away, walk away, walk away. 'Cause I got everyone wishing they had what they're missing, but no, never know. Guess I got it simple. I'm not like the people you know. People you know. Make it look easy. I bet I'll make it look easy. Don't try to fake it to be me. Just 'cause I make it look easy. Make it look easy, I do it in my sleep at night. Don't try to get it right, gotta stay alive. I gotta win, nah. I'm making a name, nah. Winning again, nah. Wanna play, 'cause I got everyone wishing they had what they're missing, but no, never know. Guess I got it simple. I'm not like the people you know. People you know. Make it look easy. I bet I'll make it look easy. Don't try to fake it to be me. Just 'cause I make it look easy. Don't even bother, try to win a liar. Real like no other. It's in my veins, like in my DNA. My vibe is like no other. 'Cause I got everyone wishing they had what they're missing, but no, never know. Guess I got it simple. I'm not like the people you know. People you know. Make it look easy. I bet I'll make it look easy. Don't try to fake it to be me. Just 'cause I make it look easy.
I couldn't get it right, so I tried
hungry for attention. You're so hypnotic. Take me for a ride. I'm feeling nauseous. Oh, I'm delicate, just like the pick-me flower that you're crushing. Feelings out of guard. You say they're valid. Take me to the party, buy me drinks. I guess I'm lucky. Pull me apart, like when I'm broken. I don't wanna wait for you to make me cry. Turning black and blue from the words you fought. Feel like I'm dying, dying. Deep down inside, I'm crying, crying. But I'm holding it, cause you say I'm a cry, cry, baby. But I'm holding it, cause you say I'm a cry, cry, baby. Feel like I'm dying, dying. Deep down inside, I'm crying, crying. But I'm holding it, cause you say I'm a cry, cry, baby. But I'm holding it, cause you say I'm a cry, cry, baby. Making jokes at my expense. You say it's funny, but the irony is you're so broke emotionally damaged. Have the nerve to tell me you can't afford to love me. Think about my body with somebody else. Hope it feels like hell. Feel like I'm dying, dying. Deep down inside, I'm crying, crying. But I'm holding it, cause you say I'm a cry, cry, baby. But I'm holding it, cause you say I'm a cry, cry, baby. Feel like I'm dying, dying. Deep down inside, I'm crying, crying. But I'm holding it, cause you say I'm a cry, cry, baby. But I'm holding
cruising on the way to paradise. Jump right in, baby, let's go. Let's go. Drop some bass on the radio. You and me will drive through the night, cruising on the way to paradise. Jump right in, baby, let's go. Let's go.
I ain't holding my breath, but something's gotta give. Settle for nothing less. Gotta go, gotta get. I take it as it is. The game is never ending. We never signed it to life, but we're here for the ride. So hold on tight. We're moving fast. Tomorrow we will ride.
Alrighty, everyone. Apologies for that delay. We did have a bit of an issue with Car, who had some, issues. And then we had some issues on the other side. And then the new CS update dropped. And unfortunately, it does look like Car has not been able to get herself back into the server in time. So unfortunately, FURIA may need to play this out 4v5. And this was already looking ridiculously close when it was 5v5. So this could spell disaster for the world champions.
Yeah, just trying to actually catch myself up, and I'll do the same for you guys. Luten's 22 and 8, the GOAT. I was actually talking about her breaking the kill record or something like that when we were coming into this out of the second half after she just got a 1v2 and another ace, if I'm not mistaken, on the pistol round. Bomb down for Atrix, that's why they have such a big investment. But the buy is probably spurred a little bit further by the fact they're going to be playing a constant player advantage now. And even though there's been such a long pause, I can imagine they're going to just be going full confidence wherever they may go.
Yeah, they can afford to get a little bit silly if they want to. Despite the fact that they come into this with a little bit of an inferior setup. 11's got an AK. Why not Little Z? I feel like at this point in the game, if you're going to give somebody an AK, it should probably be Little Z. But whatever. As you said, perpetual player advantage for them. No great concerns. FURIA, on the other hand, I mean, they've got a smattering of decent weaponry. Maybe they can pull out a miracle here in a round where they have slight advantages. Only one kill. 11 gets taken out. That was the AK, but there you go. Little Z will be the one to pick it up. All is right with the world. Now Luliten's trying desperately to continue being monstrous, and she will do just that. Luliten's, how are you this good? The Molotov comes through to deny space there. Gabs gets taken now. Luliten's for another. Isa with the last, and somehow 4v5, they take it up to 8.
It's not even 4v5, it's a 1v5.
Truly.
This ain't no 4v5. This is
5 with cannon fodder.
Yeah, Luliten's counts as like 8 right now. Every round she's getting an ace or a triple kill or a clutch. Like Atrix obviously could have probably done a lot better with utility, but all they need to do is just trade out wherever they go. And you can see how FURIA are kind of playing that 4v5. If they're just playing the numbers game, they're like, okay, we're just gonna have to commit wherever we may be. Like, just gotta, everyone, we see players in A main, everyone go A. Like, they could rotate, but you have to make those gambles. And look, if Luten doesn't get a 3 there, it's a completely different story. So massive props to her. As FURIA take a tactical pause, I would assume it's something to do with trying to get Car back in, because if I'm not mistaken, Car's actually at Gabs' house right now. She drove to Gabs' house. That was part of the wait. And we had confirmed that she was in the cameras. So something out of out of the known is going on. So hopefully Car will be back in soon. And if not, they seem to be doing fine without her.
Yeah, well, to be fair though, Atrix came into that round with 4 Tech 9s and 1 AK. this may become a little bit scarier when there's actually like weapons involved. However,
but
looks like
Luli
it's gonna be
tens.
another. Sure. Luli 10's casually sitting on 25 and 8 at the moment. I forgot we were talking about that just before the pause happened. Like, absolutely unreal statistics from her. But it is another upgraded pistol round for Atrix. So somehow, despite all, evidence to the contrary, there's a world in which FURIA actually get themselves up to a 9th round here.
Yeah, this is
Of course,
actually
everything
really
has to be
chill.
perfect.
Well, this is actually really good currently for FURIA, not gonna lie, and especially if Atrix play these like slow rounds, because not gonna lie, FURIA are just trying to bide as much time for Car to come back. Am I right? So the fact they're able to win that gun round, put Atrix on an eco where they've got no armor, like the max is a deagle with no armor, so this should be a pretty clean round. Oh, that's
You were
not
saying?
good. Oh, okay. Where's Luli Tens? Luli, hello. Can you please kill everyone?
Long have we waited. Luli 10s, please become activated. We need you. The hero that we need. Gabs is holding the line, but ooh, 11 and Regiane hand in hand. All right, Luli 10s, we've seen you 1v4 in the past. Oh, God! Oh, what? Okay.
Like, okay, it's a Glock, so
Get out, bro.
it is what it is. But it's just like the fact that she just boom.
It's unreal. 2 rifles have been recovered, so this is going to make Luli 10's job that much
it's a
more
save.
difficult.
She's saving.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I wasn't
No
looking
kit
at that. I
either.
was so busy looking at other stuff. Still laughing at that flick. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It needed to be perfect. They couldn't afford to make even a single mistake because even though it was an anti-eco, it's a 4v5 anti-eco.
They had.
You know when they get those like little shock collars on dogs, and so the dog knows it can't bark, and then it just goes.
That's like, yeah, that's what because the thing is, if I bark, I'll wake up the missus. So that's basically the shock collar, to be honest.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is one of those rounds where it's like, okay, we can talk about the 4v5s, we can throw that into the equation, but nonetheless, they have still lost to unarmored pit. Like, these individuals have whiffed against Tech 9s and Deagles without any armor, without any utility. So it's like, we can make the excuses, but that's still a round where it's like, those are the rounds you win in the 4v5.
Is this a round you win in the 4v5? Stay tuned to find out.
Luli 10s.
She's still alive, so
But she's not in the right position.
Yeah, but it's Luli 10. She'll pivot.
She'll just
she'll-
teleport.
Ooh, Bazina heavily under fire, backed up by Gabs, keeping it contested. Luli 10s. 1v2.
No kit. Zaya's starting to know, and Bokka's on 18 HP, and they're not planting. Okay, well, Luli 10s is great and all, but it's even easier when you just walk back turned into her.
Okay, time now definitely not on her side. Another smoke to come through here. She's made some noise.
No.
Oh, so close, bro. But Lil Z, I mean, she's the flip side of the Luli 10's coin. She might not be doing quite as well numerically, but she has been the linchpin for Atrix in a lot of these situations. So Luli 10's versus Lil Z. And unfortunately for FURIA, it's Lil Z who comes out on top of it. 8-8 now. And unfortunately, it's looking like FURIA may just be handed their first loss of the season.
It feels so like, there's the really cool storyline of Imperial Valkyries, FURIA, the two best teams from their respective regions, losing in the first 2 weeks in the regular season, both against teams that weren't even the ones that you'd expect to lose against. And for the Imperial Valkyries one, totally legit. There's no if, buts, and maybes about that. However, when we look over at FURIA, there's always going to be that asterisk of, and unfortunately that actually takes away from Atrix and how well they've been playing, because people are only going to say when they think about this now, oh, but Car wasn't present, she DC'd. Yeah, but Atrix won map 1 when Car was there. They played really well in the first half when Car was there. And it unfortunately takes away, I think, Atrix's achievement, and it would also do the same for them. Like, if I'm Atrix, you finish this and you go, that's like a true competitor would be like, that's not the way I would have wanted to win. That doesn't make me feel as accomplished.
Yeah. I mean, you hate to have to go into so many of these conversations with people talking about how you beat the world champs. Oh, but there's a caveat, there's an asterisk, you know, it's not, it wasn't, you know, like a legitimate quote unquote win, which is terrible.
Which is also true, unfortunately, when you look at this second half of like,
yes.
if it fizzles out, it's like, yeah, you know.
I think the main issue is the fact that it was so close. So it's so easy. I mean, if we'd gone into the half like 10 to 2 in favor of Atrix, people would have gone, I mean, they probably would have won anyway. But because we went into it 6-6, the scoreline was like, what was it, 8-6 when we went into the timeout? It was so close, down to the wire. And so people can make that argument of, yo, well, FURIA could have come back. And to be fair, they could have. You know, as you say, it's not that it's an incorrect estimation. It's just that it's an unfortunate situation. Timeout Atrix. Interesting.
I wouldn't, you know, I mean, to be fair, good sports. Good sports. Everyone, ESL Impact has a pretty close-knit community, right? So everyone knows each other.
Ooh, it could be happening, chat.
Okay.
I don't want to get too ahead of myself.
Let's not jinx anything. I'm hearing typing. Ooh, a tech pause. Okay.
Pause.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Car's at Gab's house and is having anti-cheat issues. So
well, it started with power issues, then CS had an update, so then it was anti-cheat issues.
Oh, she can't get a break. There she is. Car has joined the server. Car has returned. So
the prodigal
now,
Orpa returns.
Game on. What's her econ going to be like? Does she just get max money because she's missed like 5 rounds, or how does it work actually?
Bro, I don't know. I've
like
never
if you join
seen this situation happen.
If you join like if you leave Faces or MM or for instance to come back, it just gives you the money that you would have accumulated from the lost bonuses. So I don't know. I mean I've never been in this position in a competitive game before, and it looks like we're just gonna go live, and she's got $800. So she just buys Kevlar and gets dropped a P250 in a smoke. And an A1S. Gabs has got no A1S. Gabs is playing on a Deagle.
Damn, you know what? That's a true homie.
That's
literally at each other's houses.
Yeah. Okay, game on. Let's do it.
All right, and it's not too late, to be fair. Things are a little bit stressful, to say the least, but there's a way back into this. There is a world of possibility. But again, as much as I said that FURIA had to be perfect in the last couple of rounds playing 4v5, that has not changed. They are at a deficit. They're 1-0 down for anyone who, for whatever reason, have just joined us. FURIA are currently 1-0 down. This is their map pick. They must win here if they want to take us to map 3. So everything from here on out cannot be even a slight mistake.
Gab's getting aggressive.
Oh.
That's really difficult because, look, what it only does is it eliminates her, but Carl throws all the utility, and that's like basically all the util for the CT side.
Oh dear. Yes, not too sure what the thought process there was. Obviously gather some info, but had done it with a Deagle completely alone. There we go, Bazina, good for the first, but she's going to get traded out. There's no one there to cover her back, but Luliten's caught out, unfortunately. This is a good push from Atrix, covering all of those available angles. And Car's going to save, because she's got no money.
What a strange game. And
truly
unfortunate for Gabs. Like, Atrix just starved Furia of information anywhere on the map, and they got very antsy while understanding they have no utility and none of that info. So Gab just tries to take some control somewhere and walks in, dives to an AWP, gets none of that info, and then rotations get skewered as Atrix know they can just set up all this util. Furia have no util to block with their own, so they have to over-rotate. That leaves then a gap on the A-bomb site, and it gets exploited. And on top of that, Lulitens doesn't get a kill. And when Lulitens doesn't get a double kill at a minimum, round so far has looked like it's going to be lost.
Oh, there's a stat for the Nuke Meister.
Actually,
How
yeah.
many multi-kills does it take? How many Lulitens multi-kills does it take to screw in a Furia light bulb?
Or how many... Is there anything to look at on train of have Furia won a round without Lulitens even getting a kill? Like, multi-kill's a bit of a stretch, but like, have they won a round without her getting a kill? Sorry to throw Nuke under the bus. You've got 3 rounds. Chop, chop, boy.
Get on that.
Get on. Mush, mush.
With the bow tie. Put that bow tie to work. You know what? I can actually imagine him like straightening his bow tie. Like, I got this.
And he just like pushes the glasses up like, game on.
He didn't even wear glasses, bro. You're gonna get glasses just so that he can do
Is
that.
the image though, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll lend him my glasses. He lives just down the road. And by just down the road, I mean like an hour.
Down the road.
Yeah. By South African standards, down the road. By UK standards, that's just about another country. But, you know.
17 villages away. That's how we measure distances.
How many villages? Oh, outstanding. Well, Atrix are going to go up to 11 now. Lulitens is still alive. Hold up.
Pause. She got Deagle, she got
good
armor.
spot, yeah. Oh, she dodged util. She's up close and personal, but they're running out. Oh, goodness me. I don't think she even had a chance to aim at that point. Last one alive is Bazina. She was our player to watch coming into today. And on the first map, she certainly delivered. Let's see if she can replicate Lulitens' performances. Or maybe she'll just hold on to the AK, to be fair. Probably not a bad call.
Yeah, especially money-wise. Do they have max? Yeah, I think they have max loss bonus. But armor and AK means that you can get all the bells and whistles, maybe drop an A1S over. Whoa, this is actually crazy to think that Atrix might beat Furia 2-0. Like, this just throws the whole season into disarray, because for anyone who maybe hasn't followed over the years, South America's just been a battle for first and second. And that was really exciting in South America when only one team in Season 5 went through to finals. Like, that was the one time where it felt like there was actually something in the regular season that there was like that contention between the first and second team. But normally it's been like the battle for third place, the battle for fourth place, right?
Yeah.
Atrix beating Furia here, not only is it the reigning champions, but it creates this storyline of like, who's actually going to go through to the playoffs, the finals now?
Well, the Nuke Meister has come in clutch in 8 rounds.
Wait, has he already done it?
Furia have... Yeah, of course he has. He's nuked. In the 8 rounds that Furia have won, only one of them was a round where Lulitens didn't get a single kill.
Yeah,
so 7 of the rounds has been where Lulitens... I mean, to be fair, she's sitting on 27 and 11.
She's got 2
that
aces.
probably shouldn't surprise us.
Yeah. Oh, no. That's the...
Do you know what?
I think that's the Campbell's back broken. Like, Card just sitting. Little Z opens her up. Lulitens is here, though. She's got no support. This is Lulitens once again up against the world, and she's just been held for. As soon as she swings out, she is dead.
I genuinely think that all of this, like, everything that's been happening has maybe thrown Car off her balance. It's got to be said, and understandably so. Like, with so much going on, I mean, how do you maintain your mental having to deal with all of that pressure? And unfortunately, as you said, the straw that broke the camel's back, they're starting to crumble under the weight of things. Bearing in mind, this is going to bring Atrix up to 12. That'll be map and series point. Furia's money is going to be in shambles. It's going to have to be one of the most uncomfortable forces imaginable. I say that. Bazina can buy comfortably, but the rest of the team, we.
I just. I don't know what's going on.
I'm so sad, bro. This isn't even a thing of like, I'm a big FURIA fan and they should have won. It's just the manner in which it came to pass. It is very unfortunate. And I think for me, being a South African, I can relate to the tech issues.
Yeah.
So my heart goes out to Car right now.
Well, okay, you know what? It's not over just yet. You said Bazina had the money. She gets that M4 purchase. There's 2 for Mai, and there's 2 MP9s in play. FURIA, they are not done just yet. They're getting aggressive in A main, and Luliten's looking for a brawl over towards Ivy.
Well, she's going to be forced out of her position. Thankfully, doesn't take too much damage off of that. It's going to start to give over a little bit of space here. Now it's Atrix playing the low and slow game. And FURIA trying desperately to get some early information where they can. They flashed into Ivy, and that's going to allow Lulitens to start taking space, potentially get in behind them. She's about to come face to face with the bomb. The bomb is on Lil Z's back. The timings on this. And the crazy part is that Atrix are expecting this aggression. So for now, Lulitens is going to chill. She's going to play late lurk. Meanwhile, Izza up close and personal with the MP9, looking to try to get an opening kill here, try to get some sort of an advantage, but it's looking like 3 players that are going to instantly swing on her. Car's turned around at just the wrong moment. She's looked back. Oh, Izza! Oh, Izza, how have you gone and done that? 3 kills for her. No one there to back her up, but no, Car waiting just around the corner will get hers. Baits out the AWP shot. She's an AWPer. She knows how that works. And FURIA give themselves a stay of execution.
A deep sigh of relief. Make it 2 rounds now that Lulitens hasn't got a kill and FURIA have won the round. She wasn't needed, and that's massive for FURIA. Izza up and close with the SMG have given them a new breath of life. 4 rounds in a row they needed to do it. They needed to win on the trot to get into overtime, and that was the hardest one. And Atrix, slow and steady, does not win the race. They just go into A main very ineffectively. In previous times, you see maybe Molotovs being thrown in to actually clear out the space, make sure there's no if, buts, and maybes, no one's skulking around the corners. But this time, it feels a little bit too easy for Izza, as they do just swing into her dry, and up close, she thrives.
Where do we go from here? Car's got her AWP back. Very cool watching how she baits out that AWP shot. That's going to live rent free in my mind forever. Ooh, and it's looking like a fairly aggressive showing here from Atrix.
Yeah.
Very least trying to bait out some of that CT
Ooh,
side.
that nade.
And they have done just that. Chunky nade lands very nicely. Makes a lot of these players a little bit more squishy. Problem is, they're angling B site, and the stack is towards A. Gabs now, the best thing to do is to try to back away, but she's been heavily tagged up and has to wait for reinforcements. She has to try and survive a little bit longer. Izza and Lulitens go down, Bazana to follow, Bazina rather. And now it's all down to Car. 1v3, AWP in hand for all the marbles. The first one connects. Spots out the second player. Does she know where the third is? My God, Car, no! As she hops up to try to get the information, the shot connects perfectly from Little Z, and Atrix have done it. They've broken their curse. No longer the 3rd place team that they've been for so